Good morning. I'm going to wait till 10 to actually get started here. Good morning, quilt bombers. Quilt bowers, blocks of the month, blocks of the week, blocks of the day, blocks of the quarter. BOW, BOD, BOM. Sew-alongs, quilt-alongs. That's what we're all about. All right, you guys. Happy June. It's raining right now and thundering, so you might hear some cracks of thunder. And I'm going to go to work right after this, put my raincoat on and go to work. But I did a lot of work this weekend, and I can't wait to give you an update. But I also want to do a reminder about the giveaway. So please go to the link below to video number 47, where your comment will be registered for the giveaway. And I want you to use the word gratitude and tell me what you are grateful for. I'm grateful for all of you, and it's time to show my appreciation and gift away some things that I have made. There are a couple of zipper pouches that I have made from Vintage Quilts. This one and this one. This one is lined with a Liberty fabric, and it is just an old vintage quilt. I cut out a couple of blocks for the front and back panels. This one here is from a Dresden quilt that I have had. I haven't used it in my shop because it's kind of cut off, but I was going to put it in there anyway. So it is now being gifted away to one of my special viewers. And there will be two drawings. This one here is lined with the inside of the quilt. And it does have a couple of tabs on the end and pink polka dot with a pink zipper. So those will be gifted away on Thursday this week, June 6th, during my sew-along video, what I am now affectionately calling the Quilty Playdate. So come along with me on Thursdays for an hour-long video of just sewing along with me. I'll give you a quick update in the beginning of the video of what I've accomplished from the day before. But so this weekend, I was able to accomplish quite a bit. So our monthly quilt along with primitive gatherings that I am doing. These are monthly quilts and not blocks. You could make them blocks if you wanted to, but I'm doing them as little mini quilts. So this quilt, I started quilting on it, and I'll be done with it very shortly. My bobbin ran out of thread, so I have to make another bobbin. But I started quilting it, and I'm not sure you can see, but I just did 1/4 inch away down the center on either of the seam lines, and then I'm just going to do it on one. So I just I run one seam line, and then I turn it and do the other one. So you can see the back better as to how that is being quilted. But I have got this started, and if I really stick to it, I could get it finished this week. Wouldn't that be something? This is my binding for that quilt, and it's just a salmony color, pinkish ticking stripe, which will go on the front, and that's what it'll look like on the back. So just using a ticking stripe to go as my binding on that quilt. And then the other one, that was month 1, the Scarlet Star Mini Star. They come out on the 23rd of every month, and I do have a link to the place at Primitive Gathering Shop where you can purchase yours purchase them. They come out monthly on the 23rd, and it's available for $5 until the next release, and then it's like $12. This is month 2, the mini maze, and I did get my assignment done and got block 1 and block 2 done. And I'm almost certain that I'm going to run out of this background fabric. So what I decided to do was that I pulled out another one, this one, and use that. And I'm going to, every other block is going to now be with this one. So that way it doesn't look so crazy sitting in there. So I will cut some of those out, and the 2 blocks that I'll be making this week that are assigned, blocks 3 and 4, so I can get this done before the next video comes out, because there's 9 blocks. And then before the next block is released on the 23rd, or the next mini quilt, I will have this quilt top completed, and then we can quilt that one. So this one needs to be finished quilting, needs to be done and bound and by the 23rd, so that I can start quilting on this one, for as well as making the next one. So that's how I plan to do that. But I've got all the pieces here, so it's not going to be too hard to do. Actually, I'll do these for the next couple of assigned blocks, because I've already made these are already made up. Because when you sew the strips together, you can get 2 blocks out of each strip that I sew. So I will start doing that next week, and using that background, I should say. Then the other thing I finished, yay, is the sheep house block in the Hometown Sew-Along. I've got that all put together. Just needs the top stitching. And I will show you what's next on the agenda for this week. I'm going to share my screen. And it is the cherry block, which is the second house, or the cherry house, which is the second house in on the second row. I'll be working on that block this week, and as well as the associated piece blocks. And that's going to be blocks, what are they? Blocks 29 through 32, which are the last 2 on the 3rd row and the first 2 on the last row. So I'm getting there. I've only got 3 houses left to do: the cherry, the strawberry, and the teacup house. And then there were all of the blocks from the last 2 on the 3rd row and all of the ones at the bottom. So I am almost ready to get going on making sure all of these blocks are top stitched, so I can start stitching them together. And I'm going to do them in the order in which they are to be pieced into the quilt, because when I get it done, I'm going to sew it right to the next one with the sashing. And up at the top row, I can start actually sewing the first 2 rows together of the piece blocks, and some of the 3rd row until I get the last 2 done. I can get those in. So I'm kind of making some progress here, you guys. I might be able to get this finished by the end of July is the plan, because come in July, the Hometown Holiday Sew-Along, it's going to be sponsored by, or hosted by me. It's not an actual sew-along that Lori will be doing, but it is a quilt kit that I have reserved, and it is coming at the end of July. And starting in August, I will be doing a sew-along with that, or a quilt along. I'll work out a schedule to have 12 months of block work to do, so that by Christmas next year we can have a new quilt. Yay! So that's why I want to have this one finished, because I want to work on hometown holiday sampler. And I've reserved it through the Fat Quarter Shop, and I guess it's supposed to come sometime the end of July, something like that. But I will go ahead and take a look at the picture and work out some sort of monthly schedule as to what blocks we'll be working on each month. So I'm really excited about that. I'm looking forward to that. All right, so I did a lot of quilting on my fruit medley table runner, and this is the first half of it. I got all of the vertical lines, 1-inch lines, gridded across, and I started working down the center. And I was working on it this morning, and my bobbin started acting up. The bobbin case started acting up on the machine. So keep my fingers crossed that I can get this corrected and fixed so that I can do any sewing this week. Otherwise, I'm in a world of hurt. But here is one half of it, and here is the other half of it. So all of that is taken care of, and now I'm just going down the long horizontal way. Oh, I'm just loving this. And this is the binding that I'm going to use for that, which is the same as the border. This is the backing. So I'm excited. I'm going to have a fully finished here very soon. Yay! Making some progress here, you guys. I'm so excited. See, now, I don't know that if I haven't been doing these videos every day, I don't know that I'd have anything more done on my hometown so long, and that might have been abandoned. But, you know, this is pushing me to get things accomplished and completed. I'm so excited. I'm so happy about that. The vintage bow tie sew along with Fig Tree & Co. and with Joanna Figueroa in the Fat Quarter Shop. I finished last week's 20 blocks. There was one orange one left over from the previous week. So this is orange and yellow blocks from the week before. The one orange and the rest are all green for the last week. So now I have 40 blocks. This week we have another 20 blocks that are assigned, and this is the book where the pattern can be found. So I've got 2 green ones left over from last week, and then these I decided I'm going to just start mixing up the colors because that one green just got a little boring. So I'm going to switch it up, and I'm going to use these, and I have to make another 20 blocks this week. Next week Monday on the 10th, there are going to be 30 blocks assigned. So I might do 25 this week just to kind of help with next week. We'll see if I get that far, but 20 is my assignment for this week. And these are the neutrals that I have cut. I've cut those all out, so when I get the colors cut, I can just grab a neutral fabric, a neutral-ish fabric. These are neutrals because the base is white. And I will be using those to go along with the cut blocks that I have for this. And then the next week, I have these fabrics remaining for the last assignment for the next 30 that are due next week. So I am really having fun with this one. They are very, very easy to sew, and there's you can't mess it up. There's just no way. So I can't wait to get these on the wall, on my design wall here, and get them arranged in the layout options that were provided on Fig Tree blog, and see which layout I'm going to go with. And then the last thing that I worked on, which was a bonus to myself if I got everything else accomplished, was to work on getting my yellow and white basket quilt completed. And all I needed to do was to determine how much white fabric I had left to see how many more blocks I could get. And I'm going to get 5. So I'm going to have a total of 25 blocks. So it'll probably go on a 5x5 square version. So I've got all those cut blocks on this board right here. So these are all the piles of everything I need to get one block complete. This is the 5th one. I've got it laid out and it's ready to sew. This is just the bottom border here. So this one's ready to sew. So my plan is to do one a day. So that's the BOD, block of the day. I've got a block of the day assigned for myself to get this done so I can get those 25 blocks put together and have another quilt top completed and hanging in my closet to be quilted by my long armor. I'm so excited. So also this week we have a new sew along, and it's a block of the week by the Fat Quarter Shop for the spooky, what's it called? The Spooky and Sweet quilt along. Starts tomorrow. I don't know if the post will be made prior to my video so that I can go ahead and show which fabrics I will be using. However, last week I did show you in a video the fabrics that I had chose for the program out of my own stash. However, if I can, I've picked out all solids as she will be doing in hers, very similar to the ones that are being used in the program. However, if I can pull in a print of the same color scheme, I might do that. So just to make it more fun. I'll also pull out my my Halloween box of fabrics that I have been storing away and holding on to and show you all that. So there, and I haven't even looked in it. So there might be even something in there that will work and I can change up my whole color scheme, my whole fabric choices for that. But so far I'm going with the whole scheme that they have chosen with all the solids that they have. And we'll talk more about that tomorrow or Wednesday, depending on when that is posted, the first block. So we've got a new sew along starting this week, or quilt along. I should use the appropriate terms. Good morning, Bad Seed. Gitmar, good morning. So that is on the schedule this week. Tomorrow is also the Laundry Basket Quilts Birthday Mystery. And Block 23 is going to be released tomorrow. So we'll do a fabric selection live tomorrow on what I will be choosing for that block. And I'll be working on the Cherry House this week. I'll be finishing up quilting my Primitive Gatherings monthly mini number 1 and working on the mini maze number 2, getting those 2 blocks done. Continue quilting on my fruit medley, making those bow ties. I've got 20 of them this week. Yellow and white, 1 block a day. And then reminder, on Friday, my Posies sew along, quilt along block of the month that is going along in succession with the flower stand. The next 2 blocks are going to be ready to start on Fridays. So you've got the weekend to work on those. So we'll be talking more about that on Friday, and I'll be showing you my blocks because I'm going to have them done for Friday's video for the next assigned date. And then my my bonus project this week, if I can get all my other homework done, is to work on my red and white quilt. And I'll be pulling that out again, maybe, if I get to it this week. So otherwise, stay tuned for updates on the red and white quilt, because I did get that 1/4 inch bias tape maker so I can start making bias tape. So I did really well last week, so I'm hoping and assuming I can accomplish all of the same things this week, and I can pull that out too this week. So Monday through Friday, every day at 10 a.m. We'll do 15 to 20 minutes every day, but Thursday. Thursday will be a 1 hour long, so we can do a sew along. So have something ready to sew along with me on Thursday. And don't forget, use the link below to go to Quilt Tube number 47 and make a comment about the things that you were grateful for to get included in the gift away, okay? Thanks for being here, everybody. I enjoy you, and I'm going to have fun today, right? Everybody's going to have fun today. It's a beautiful day, rain or not. You guys have a good day, and I will see you tomorrow here at 10 a.m. Central Standard Time. Bye now.